What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna share a few things right quick before I jump in right quick. Can y'all hear me? Come on in the building. Big Game James here. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. T Smooth TV. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Get on in the damn building. You know, the late night hype going down. We're doing our game thing today at 4:30 p.m. You know how we do. We're doing our damn thing. I'm gonna let some people get in the building before I keep going. We're gonna just talk about a few things that just happened in the air today. I'm just sharing a few things right quick, folks. So just give me 1 second. Damn, I got so many sites to share through. Q Nicholson, what's good? T Smooth TV, come on in here. But no, what I want to just talk about right quick before these games start today. Big fantasy day. Big fantasy day for Big Game James. Big fantasy day for Big Game James. I don't do fantasy football, y'all. I don't do the fantasy football thing. Boo. Hey, Boo, do I sound good? I don't sound weird on my microphone, do I? I sound clear. That funny stuff, right? Okay. So I don't do the fantasy football thing, but you know what? I'm not bragging, but damn, I'm good. Psych. Let me stop. I'm 8-2. I'm banging with the great Vach Lombardi today. Whoever takes this fantasy day today could be the guy that wins the whole thing. I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that wins it all. I'm greedy. Yes, that's me. I'm greedy. I never play fantasy football. I'm a greedy ass motherfucker. I'm greedy as shit. I want to win that title. I want it. I want it. I want to win it. I need to beat Boschlam today. Come on. I need all my players to ball out today. I had Drew Brees. You got 11 ribs broke. I went after Tua Galavela, whatever the hell his name is, Tua Monster. I was about to eat. I went and picked up Tua on the waiver wire, and I'm gonna call you out. But Mark Holmes did a hater move. I don't know if Vach talked to you or something, but you're gonna do a hater move and grab Tua, and because your record ain't as good as mine, you get Tua over me. I don't know about these fantasy rules. I was flabbergasted that he got him before me. But you ain't winning this. I am. I have the potential to win this. So why are you taking Tua, Mark? And I told you on Twitter that was a hater move. You feel me? That Tua need to be mine because I've been straight free. So I had to do some scrambling. My dog KMT, he know we did some scrambling. Hopefully we get this title today. But let's talk some football. I know I was talking about that. Let's talk some football today. What up, Tyrone? Just call on Tyrone. Been a while, man. Carlos Galloway, what's up? But come on in the building. But I wanted to talk about this quick lineup today, this lineup change that happened today, which was a banging thing today. It was awesome how one thing I will give credit to this front office, because I don't want to be the guy that just bashes them, that guy. I don't want to be that guy that just bashes the Joneses every damn feed and just going off on them. Got to give praise to him too. That's why I feel like Mike McCarthy is the guy for this job because I feel like he does have the influence. And the reason why, that's why I'm happy he's in the building, because if we still had the same regime, a lot of these things wouldn't have happened. And so that's the reason why I'm gonna give the props of Mike McCarthy having a background of winning a Super Bowl, having winning games, going to championship games, having a winning pedigree, because it gives you more of a leash, if that's what they want to call it. Because Garrett didn't have no leash, because Garrett didn't come in here accomplished. I'm not saying Mike McCarthy came in here like a Hall of Fame coach, but what I am saying is when Garrett came in here, he came in with no kind of credentials at all. He was a receivers coach, I believe, in Miami, quarterbacks coach, receivers coach, whatever the hell. You weren't doing anything in Miami. Came over here, offensive coordinator, and then got the job. So you're not gonna get a long leash. Some people gonna put all their hands in there and put all their fingers around it because maybe they don't trust you and maybe they want to groom you like they want to groom you. So you're gonna do what they say because we brought you into this. So you're gonna be forever grateful that you were given an NFL head coaching job because yeah, you was a hot guy with the Ravens, but you probably would have never did nothing with the Ravens. Let's keep it real. Jason Garrett, they talking about firing your ass in New York right now after 1 year. So it ain't like Jason Garrett was ever a great coach. So I ain't disrespecting you, Garrett, but that's just the way it is. So yeah, maybe I probably got my hands all over it. So I'm gonna give the Joneses a little bit of props of they are letting the coaches seem like they're making the decisions because see, if this was Jason Garrett and them, I don't think Poe would be released. First of all, he never probably would have Poe McCoy and none of them guys, but they wouldn't have been released. Of Darryl Worley, Everson Griffin probably wouldn't have been traded for a draft pick. There's them things that we haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give them props. And then we seen the shifts in lineups. We seen guys getting benched, guys getting cut. Mike Nolan, defense not playing good. You come out the booth to come out to the field. One thing I will give this staff credit. They just don't sit on what it is and say, well, we're just going to ride it out. No, things are not working. We need to make changes. I'm going to give them props this whole season. Even though this season is 2-7, and I don't like that is 2-7. But the fact of the matter is that when people, from my perspective, when people aren't performing, they were moving them. And the only person that I think Cowboys Nation was saying, damn, you benching this person, you benching that person, you changing this person, you changing that person, and we feeling that. But you ain't benching one person who is one of the obvious people that is not producing. It's okay. You can have him as a swing tackle for the future, but he is not doing it right now. So if you're trying to protect and do what you need to do as a team, you need to put him on the bench. And now when Mike McCarthy said this ain't fantasy football, because I remember that quote, this ain't fantasy football. Now you kick him right, Zach Martin out to right tackle, and the guy that I've been clamoring for. I'm sorry. I'm not hating on nobody. I know a lot of people have been clamoring for McGovern, but I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about Big Game James because when they got that pick, I was on it. And I said, let this man get a chance. And if y'all been listening to my feeds, I've been going ham and saying, this man did good in Washington. He should have started at right guard and he should have had Zach Martin at right tackle in that Philly game so we could see how he banged against Fletcher Cox. That was huge. That was huge in my eyes. Let him bang against Fletcher Cox. And I think the reason why they're doing this right now, because they like Connor Williams at left guard. So they're trying to figure out Connor McGovern getting on his field. So let's see how this lineup does. Now, if this lineup comes out today and balls out, what do you do with Zach Martin? Is he going to play right tackle? Because if Connor McGovern comes in there and plays a guard, because he is a guard and he is a solid guard. And that's when we had Duke Manyweather. Shout outs to Big Dog. That's why I said that's what was my problem, because you got left guard solidified with Connor Williams supposedly, but you got a guy in Connor McGovern who is legit and he needs to get on this field and play. So y'all got to figure this out. I hate that Zach Martin, you probably don't want to play right tackle because you're a guard and you're a dog, but you a dog. When you a dog, you a dog. Maybe you don't want to play that position. I get it. But when you're a dog, you can do whatever because you're just a dog. So they can figure that out down the line. But Connor McGovern needs to be in this lineup like Tyler Biadasz needs to be in this lineup. We know he went to IR with Joe Looney starting today, but it needs to be a Tyler Biadasz. It needs to be a Connor McGovern. Connor Williams, I'm not going to throw him away. But y'all need to figure out, but Connor McGovern need to be in that guard position. Just my opinion. Now, don't let me down, Connor McGovern. Don't let me hype you up today. Hype you up today, and you play like absolute poop today. Please don't do that because I've been hyping you up. Please play good today. Edward Dozier, what's up, man? Yes, hit that damn like button. If you in this feed, man, and you're not liking it, that's just weird to me. How you listening in the feed and you don't like it? Like this shit. It ain't like I'm telling y'all something wrong. Shit. Well, okay. So I'm gonna address that right quick. Who says that? Okay, Dre. I hear what you're saying. But they're gonna get some love from me. We can differ on opinions on this. I would totally agree with you with the obvious of you should have been they made that move with the Terrence Steele. I totally get it. I've been talking about this every single week. I've been showing Terrence Steele stats: 7 sacks, 32 pressures. I got all his stats, so I totally agree with you with that. But you have to at least give the credit to the staff that they didn't keep on saying, well, we're just going to keep on going with Steele. We're just going to keep on going with Steele. When the obvious is saying when Brandon Knight comes back, he's better than Steele. When the obvious is that Connor McGovern needs to play. So I will give them props because in the last regime, all the stuff you're seeing that's happening with these players getting cut or traded or missed and moved back and forth, that would have never happened with the old regime. So I think that's why I'm giving this regime props because they would have never did this. And if you tell me they did or woulda, you're a liar. I feel like I said, I feel y'all. It's not like I don't disagree with people that are saying in the chat the lunatic. We all saw it. But the fact that they did it, you have to give them something of saying, okay, you may be 5 games late, but at least you recognized and did it. I'd be more frustrated, y'all, if we're still talking about this week and Terrence still is still starting. That's when I'm gonna continue to be frustrated. But the fact that they said, okay, you know what? He's going here, he's going here. We said this a few weeks ago, but we're gonna change it. I'm gonna give him props because it has made a change to me, at least in maybe the effort, how they played. Because Don Terry Poe is playing like trash. We can't say since Don Terry Poe has left, the defense has played worse. It's actually played better since they cut his ass. Old regime, he ain't cutting him. You gonna keep him on staff because he's a name, and Jason Garrett probably don't got that pull like a Mike McCarthy does. Let's just keep it real. I'm not saying that them Joneses they still ain't got their hands all in the shit, but I don't think a Jason Garrett can say let's cut a Don Terry Poe. Let's get rid of him. But I think a Mike McCarthy can say to a Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, let's cut Poe. I don't want him no more. And they'll be like, okay. But I don't think a Jason Garrett can say, let's cut Poe. I don't want him no more. They're like, yeah, well, whatever. Poe staying on the team. You get what I'm saying? Okay, what's up with you, Ruglock? The starting lineup is Cam Irving, left tackle, left guard, Connor Williams, center, um, Joe Looney because Tyler Biadasz is on IR, right guard, Connor McGovern, right tackle, Zach Martin. And when Joe Looney, when Tyler Biadasz comes back, he needs to go right back into the starting lineup, not Joe Looney. So it needs to be a Joe Looney. I mean, if we want to keep it this year, just for this year, I mean, I don't know. I'm not an offensive line coach or anything like that, but damn, if we're going with the best lineup this year, Biadasz, Connor Williams, Cam Irving, Connor McGovern, Zach Martin seems to be the best. I mean, you could throw a Brandon Knight in there, but Cam Irvin hasn't played bad at left tackle. So that's why you want to start him. And I think Cam Irvin was straight hot garbage when he came to the team. Straight trash. Like, why did they even sign him? But he's played very commendable these few games, the times he's been in that lineup. But the good thing about it is if Cam Irving falls off, you have a Brandon Knight that you can slide to. That's the good thing about the Cowboys that they have is the depth. Because if guys fall off, like a Irvin, you don't be like, oh damn, you can slide in a Brandon Knight. And even as bad as Terrence Steele has been, I think he's somebody you still could have a swing tackle for the future, and he can slide in and play. It's not like he'll come in like a Chaz Green and give up 5 sacks every single game. I'm not going to slide him like that. Yeah, Terrence Steele's play like bad, but I'm not going to slide him like that because he's not Chaz Green bad. I don't care what anybody tells me. I've watched enough football and tell me he's not Chaz Green bad. Like I said, Dre, I feel you. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm sorry. I got to give these guys a little bit of credit because the fact that they made the change is what you have to say, okay. You'd be even more mad if they kept Terrence Steele at tackle the whole damn year because I thought that was going to happen. When Brandon Knight was activated off the injured reserve list, I said he should go back to starting right tackle and not Terrence Steele. But I went on my Twitter account and said, everybody was saying it. But I went right on my Twitter account and said, yeah, but we're getting hyped, but he ain't going to start because they love Terrence Steele. And the fact that they came in today and said, you know what, Steele's going to the bench. Yeah, I'm sitting there and saying in my head, damn, you just now figured it out. We all been screaming that from fans alike. You just now figured that out. That's dumb. But it's stupid that you didn't figure it out 4 or 5 weeks ago. But the fact that you said, okay, we made a mistake. Terrence still needs to sit, and we need to kick this guy out. I'm okay with that. It's just like somebody who's saying, just like your kid or something. Like if my kid was just kept continuing to lying to me, but you know what? They just kept on saying, you know what? If my kid just kept on just lying to me and I already know what the obvious is and you keep lying to me, but my kid just came out and said, you know what, Dad? All right, I just ain't studying. For real, me and my son used to go through this. Like you can ask my boo thing. When he would just come out and say, all right, Dad, I just ain't try to study. You know, I just didn't study for that test. I just didn't try hard. I probably don't like hearing that, but you know what? I respect you more now that you just came out and said I didn't even freaking try because you know what? We can work with that after that. See, I can because now you just broke down and said, hey, you know what? I was wrong. We can work with that now. We can move on from that. I'm not gonna hold anything against you because you saw what you did was wrong, and at least you recognized it and stopped and said, okay, you know what? Let's move on from there. Now growth can happen. But when you sit there and keep on saying, I ain't doing nothing wrong. I study. I don't know how I got this. I'm not going to listen to them and be more mad at you. And that's just what I feel. Might be late, but it's better late than never. I know Tyler Biadasz is on IR. Oh, my bad. My bad, Brandon Boyce. I wasn't trying to be funny. David Green says, why don't they move Connor Williams to right tackle and move Connor Williams to left guard? What up, Ready Red? I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. This is what my opinion is. Connor Williams was a second round draft pick. And since Connor Williams was a second round draft pick, that keeps him in the mix. I don't care what nobody tells me. If he was a fourth or fifth or sixth round pick, I think they'd have said, you know what, Connor Williams, go have a seat, or we're going to do something else. But the fact that he was a second round pick, they don't want to just sit him down, especially when this is his best career year. Like this is his best year in the NFL. I mean, he's only given up 2 sacks. Um, I under 20 pressures. I think like 15 or 16 pressures. This is his best year statistically. So they will look at it like he's not doing bad. So why are we going to move him out? Now, we had Brian Broaddus on the show, and Brian Broaddus said that Connor Williams was doing some center snaps. I'd be great because then you could put Zach Martin back at right tackle. You put Connor McGovern at left guard. If you get Tyron Smith or you get a high draft pick, that's your left tackle. Hopefully, Aleo Collins comes back at right tackle, and then you're solidified. And then you got swing tackles with Brandon Knight and Terrence Steele. But here's the thing. They're not going to do that because you're not going to have a second round draft pick who's coming up for a contract and put him behind a rookie. And because the stats are keeping him there in the left guard position, that's the quandary. So that's why I wondered why you drafted on Connor McGovern that high when you knew you felt like if you felt like Connor Williams was not that guy at left guard, and that's why you drafted Connor McGovern, then you should go with your feelings and go with McGovern. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just like when you drafted Jalen Smith. Stop worrying about feelings, and it's not about feelings. Oh, wow. What we doing out there? We cooking? We going nuts? We got alarms going off in here? Yes, Jay Jones. Tyler Biadasz, I believe he's on short-term IR. Y'all heard the fire alarm? See, hey, man, y'all heard the fire alarm because see, we got sensitive fire alarms up in the house. Okay, when we get to cooking and just a little bit of smoke come up, these fire alarms, and that's good. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing that you got fire. That's that's not a bad thing that you have fire alarms going off early. So we're not mad at fire alarms because see, fire alarms that save you. So that's a good thing. That the one thing you know is good. You got good batteries. You got great batteries. We stop trying to get the cheap batteries. We try to run away from the cheap batteries because see the cheap batteries, you know, they $2-3, but you know they get you. The cheap batteries they fool you because they feel good the first week. Damn, I get my Xbox and I put them batteries in the Xbox controller. Oh, I'm feeling good. It only take a week, and then next thing you know, my thing is flickering. Or you know when your fire alarm is not going, it's not working, and it makes that damn beeping noise. Beep, beep, beep. I want to kill. I want to kill somebody when I keep hearing that beep. Like I need a battery. So we stepped up and got good battery. So it's good the alarm goes off early. But apologize for this fire alarm. The ninja. So you, Vidal said, "Stop, drop, and roll." Hey, I learned that when I was young. Did y'all? You know, I was this stop, drop, and roll, dick, roll. Boy, I was roll. I used to love that commercial. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna just keep it so funky. I used to love that commercial. Mel Hayes says, "Dez is Dez doing his thing? Did Dez score something? Did Dez score something?" Okay, hey, me and Vach are banging. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I can't lose the Vach. I'm gonna just keep it real. I can't lose the Vach. I ain't trying to lose to him. Right now, he started out early with a 13-point lead. With he had DK Metcalf doing his thing. He got a 13-point lead. Right now, he's up 29-12. Let's go. I need my boys to bang out. Damn, I should have played Jacoby Myers. He better not eat today. My Steelers D is already eaten. KMT, I started Mike Davis. Dog, I need him to produce. I'm about to go to that game. But come on. Come on, let's go. I need to beat Vach because he just be running his yap. I need to beat him. I need to beat him. It's only right. What up, Rodney? Yes, it's definitely good to see Dez out there because I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't think Dez was gonna ever play again. I just keep it totally real. No hate, but 3 years, almost 3 years out the league, I didn't think he was ever going to get another chance. So I'm happy for him because his passion is no unlike no other. I'm not gonna say I have a love hate relationship with Dez because I love his passion. I love the way he goes hard, but sometimes I just feel like he go overboard with stuff. Just my opinion. No disrespect to Dez or anything like that, but I just feel like he go overboard with stuff in my opinion. Um, but I love his passion. I love his fight. I love that type of attitude that you're gonna have with him on your team. That's the type of attitude I love to have with your team. But like sometimes, it's just, but I'm definitely happy he's playing with these Ravens. I hope he does good. He deserves it. He's been working his ass off. So salutes. I got all my dad's stuff. I still got all my dad's jerseys, dad's gear, all that good stuff. I love Dez for life. But sometimes I don't want to hear his shit. And I'm gonna keep it real, just like what Mel Hayes said. I don't hate on Dez at all, but I just feel like for at that period of time when Dak was trying to, grow and do his thing, and Dez is an alpha male type personality, and and that wasn't really, he's got a strong personality, and you know what I'm saying. I felt like him and Dak were just it just wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't no shade to Dez. It just felt like Dak needed to be in that building, and the team had to be his. And with that conflict, it felt like it never was going to be unless one of them had to go. And you know, I'm no disrespect, and I hate that it got cut the way he did, and the way Stephen Jones did him, but it's a business at the end of the day. And, I don't feel like, at the end of the day, Dad still got his opportunities on his thing, but, Dak needed to take over this team. And I think that's what kind of needed to happen. Maybe not the way it did have to happen, the way it did, but I felt like it needed to happen. Jonathan Cook, what do I think about McGovern starting? I'm elated. I've been clamoring for McGovern all year. I've been clamoring for him. I liked the pick when they drafted him. I thought he was. I thought he was the guy that was a better guard. I mean, like I said, my guy Duke Manyweather was on here, and he was saying Connor Williams is a guard, and that's what he can play that position, and he knows more than me. I don't know shit compared to that, but I just feel like Connor McGovern is a better guard than Connor Williams. I just feel like he's just a natural. I feel like Connor Williams, more in my opinion, is more of a natural tackle just because of his body type, his athletic ability, and how he can move his feet. Where Connor McGovern is not the super athletic guy, but he's more the mauler type, and that's what we need. I feel like the running game was great when you had Ron Leary next to a Tyron Smith. And I don't feel like Connor Williams with Tyron Smith is the great combination. But I think if you let a left guard and Connor McGovern, I know he's playing right guard, but if you let him play that guard and just really solidify and let him play there and get him the experience, he's going to be good. Just my opinion. If you'd like to get some donations popping, that's okay too. You see the Cash App name. If you'd like to get some donations popping, you can do that as well. But we're definitely going to be doing the late night hype today. It's not the late night hype, but it's going to be the midday hype against Minnesota. I already said this ain't going to be an upset. I don't care what anybody tells me. Damn, I just dropped some points. Who is playing bad? But yeah, I'm watching this fantasy football. But the late night hype's going on. I said it's not going to be an upset. I don't care what anybody tells me. Minnesota's not a great team. They're 4-5. They were 1-5. They went on the 3-game win streak, and Packers are frauds in my opinion. Chicago Bears are frauds in my opinion. Detroit Lions ain't never good. So I don't know why this will be an upset to beat Minnesota. They don't have a great team. They don't have a great defense. Their front line is not like what it used to be. They got rookies along their cornerback positions. Offensively, yes, they have weapons, but so does Dallas. They just have Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins ain't nobody I'm scared of. He a goofy to me. So where are they really better than Dallas even now? If you look at it, yeah, their defense has played better, but it's not great. So that's why it's not no upset to me for Dallas to beat the Minnesota Vikings today, because I don't think the Minnesota Vikings are a great team. But we'll see what happens today. Honestly, like last week, I like how the team played. If the Cowboys win today, I'm happy. If they lose, I probably already assumed they were going to. If they, in my heart, I think they can definitely beat Minnesota. But if they lose, I'm not like, oh, damn, I thought Dallas should win. So it's nothing like that. But what I will say is this, with the team is concerned, I just want to continue to see like the Conor McGoverns and the hopefully, the maybe I don't know if Bradley and I is going to be active, but I want to continue to see young players play, the Gallimores, and figure out who's going to be your guys in the future, because obviously this season is a wash. Dallas ain't going no damn Super Bowl this year. If you think they are, you're fooling yourself. You're smoking great ganja. You're smoking a great ganja if you think Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl this year. So this is evaluation all the way across the board. Offensive line, receivers, running backs, everything. Evaluation time. See how guys play. See how guys play in these positions. This is what it's about. If you win some games because you're playing these young players, that's great. But if you lose, okay. We're not saying we want to lose, but we understand the odds are stacked against us. And anybody that doesn't talk like that is stupid. Because when you become a coach, I'm not saying I coach on the highest level because I haven't, but when you're a coach, you look at the team like, okay, we're not going out to lose, we're going out to play. But I can probably look at this team and think this team is better than us. So we have to play this type of way for us to win. But the main thing I want to see is effort from my players, because those can be building blocks for my season next year. So that's what I want to see. Are they going to fight? Are they going to fight through adversity? When the chips are down, if you're down 14 or 17 points, are they going to continue fighting? Or are they going to give up? Which players are going to continue fight? Which players are going to, mail it in? I'm getting a check. So you know what? I'm getting a check, so I don't really care. Or I'm not playing for this team next year. I'm looking at my stuff for next year, so I ain't tripping. That's what I'm going to be evaluating as a coach for every single player. What player is going to give up? What player is going to keep on fighting? What player is going to keep going no matter what? So that's what it needs to be. Yes, he has finally been yanked. So if we get into the division and get into the playoffs, is it impossible for us to win a game? No, it's not impossible. I said this is what the frustration for me is. This division is whack. The NFC East is whack. The NFC, I said it at the beginning of the season. If y'all follow me, I said this NFC was not good. It's not great. We could definitely win it. And that's why I said there was a potential to go to the Super Bowl. Um, Not because Dallas had the super team, was because the NFC was not great. It's not a great division. And you have your horses, you can win. As I said before, there was nobody in the NFC that Dallas couldn't bang with, especially when we got a Dak Prescott, especially when we got a full deck. We can beat anybody in this league with a full deck. Even with Andy Dalton, you could still beat a team in the NFC because it's not powerful. That's the frustration, is that when you finally see the division is whack, the NFC is a division that the NFC as a whole conference you can take. That's why I said there's a really good chance Dallas can win. But then these damn injuries happen. It's like, ain't winning shit without these injuries. Damn. But you know what? Skywalker was up 50 points on me and I came back. Let's go, y'all. Y'all need to step up. Let's go. But I'm about to head off here. Appreciate you guys chiming in for me. I'm about to watch this fantasy football. I'm an addict now. I'm be pissed off if Vaj beats me. Be pissed off. Come on, guys. Let's do the damn thing. But appreciate everybody that tuned in. Make sure y'all tune in to the hype when we do our watch party here in about 3 hours. Make sure all my members, all my peoples is in the feed. If you want to donate, let's get it popping, man. Okay. I know times hard, but let's get it popping. Let's have a great time. Let's win. I think we're going to beat the Minnesota Vikings. If we don't, oh well. But you know what? I think we can beat the Minnesota Vikings, and that'd be dope if we did. I'm not tripping on this team tank or, oh, we won and now we don't get a top 5 pick. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, before I get off of here, and I said this before, I don't trust the Joneses with the top 5 pick. Okay? I'll say this to you one more time as I look in this camera. I do not trust the Joneses with the top 5 pick. Okay? So I actually feel better if we got a mid-level pick, because then you can't F it up. Because then it's one of them BPAs. But you can F up that top pick, though. You got a top 5 pick, you can F that pick up. You can do all kind of wrong things with that pick. And I don't trust you, Jones, right now. So guess what? If we win games and that draft pick drop, I'm cool. Because we're talking about team tanking a top 5 pick. Oh, we're going to get this player. We're going to get that player. You trust these Joneses? You trust these Joneses? I don't. And I damn sure don't trust them with a top 5 pick with them goofies. They ain't football guys. So I trust them with a top 5 pick? Hell to the no. So it is what it is. But I'll talk to y'all soon about 2 or 3 hours when we get it live and get it popping against these Minnesota Vikings. I think we can get this dub. Let's get these dudes. Let's shut down Dalvin Cook, and let's win, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's win. All right. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Big Game James, Silver and Blue Nation. I'm out. Talk to you in about 3 hours on the Late Night Hype.